Okay, so this is definitely different, and I don't know where to start with this, but we're going to do this real quick. Oops. Because this is going to be a conversation in itself. So this whole thing is what this video is about. Now, I made this a year ago. I didn't start this until like 2 days ago. And this is a script to test things, but it's fine. See, not OBS. I went this. So, Byte is a custom Linux distribution I'm creating for myself and for the community, essentially, because I feel that the ones with the most transparency are Arch, Gentoo, Debian, and the two hacking distros. Everything else, not so much. And even those ones have some problems here and there with transparency. So I'm trying to create a new format of communication with between the developers, maintainers, and the community. So that's what this whole thing is. It's devlog stylish. I'm trying to be kind of that, but at the same time, I want to get all this stuff on this list done before we make this public. That means I'm testing it myself on my hardware. I'm going to release a few videos here and there to help everybody tweak this distribution to what they actually need if they want to. If not, then it's fine. Don't have to. We're going to take you from not knowing anything about Linux at all to why you might want to use it, why you shouldn't use it, why you want to use it. Questions you should be asking yourself pretty much to figure out if this is even your thing. But most of you probably already use it, so meh, this is the new thing, why not? It's gonna have its own package manager. Initially, I was gonna name the package manager Byte. Oops, I didn't. That might change actually if we can figure out a better distro name. I will change Byte to the thing. We'll change the name of this entire repository. I literally just made it public before hitting record, so that when I push this whole paper out, then you guys can check it out, read it, see the updates, all that fun stuff. So let's talk about this. So let's start here. I don't know why I didn't put it up here, but we didn't. We're just putting it here. So, what exactly is Linux? Is it an operating system? Is it a kernel? Technically, it's both. That gets a little muddy here and there. So, basically, all you need to know, Linux by itself refers to the kernel of the operating system. What that is, it is basically the whole brain. So everything connects to it, including your hardware. So it basically is an interface between your hardware and your software. So things like OBS can do graphics encoding to make it a little bit faster to produce videos and stuff like that. Recording software like mine, Kdenlive, can also do that and make it a little bit faster. I don't have that luxury. I'm using a laptop, so it can only go as fast as my processor can. That's pretty much where we're at. Also, I do know that my last video, it's weird, it was Minecraft, because I was bored. I needed to make sure I knew how to edit videos before I jumped into anything. But that's pretty much what it is. Why I like it, though, is because unlike Microsoft Windows and Apple's Mac systems, you actually own your operating system. You can do whatever you want to it, or you don't have to, doesn't matter. But essentially it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it, and no one can really stop you. Except for the system, because if it breaks, it breaks. You don't remove your home directory. Just don't do that. Not home directory. Your root directory. Don't remove your home directory either, but that's fixable. The other thing is not really fixable. Unless you have to want to reinstall the entire thing again. I don't recommend it. Alright, so now that's out of the way, why shouldn't you use it? Well, if you're okay with Windows or you're okay with Mac, just use those. It's fine. You don't want to switch, no one's forcing you to do anything. But if the recent news about Windows is scaring you, you're fed up with it, or whatever, same thing with Mac, doesn't matter, I got you. So, why shouldn't you switch from them, even if you don't like them? Well, if you like games a lot, certain ones don't work because they don't interface with the kernel level anti-cheat directly, which is usually easy anti-cheat. That's the biggest one. There's ways to get them to work. It's just a headache. People have done it. I know people who have done it. I personally would not do it, but that's because I don't have the time. Because I'm doing this. Now, choosing a distribution, if you are going to go down this path, here's a couple things you should think about. Like, there's software that we do not have the luxury of getting, or they're a pain in the ass to get to work on Linux, such as your Adobe suite. That just doesn't work out of the box. People have gotten it to work apparently. I don't know. I don't use it. I don't need it, so I don't have to use it. And the only real good option is not GIMP. Don't worry. No one's gonna say that here, at least. It's Krita, and it's still pretty bad at photo editing. It's good for painting and drawing and stuff like that. Horrible for everything else. So that's probably one thing keeping you from switching. Another thing is a lot of the free tools for video editing also kind of suck. The one I use is free. It's not perfect, but it works. It's easy for me to use. I was using DaVinci for a little bit. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't want to figure it out, but we do have it. So if that's what you use that. And things that you want to consider as a distribution, if you want up-to-date packages, like actually up-to-date, not like 5 years old or something like that, I'd personally go with Fedora because it works out of the box. There's other things that work like it, like Naboro, and I think SUSE also has up-to-date packages. I'm not sure. I haven't used it. I mean, I have, but not really. Used it for like a couple days. Now, that's not your only option, because if you just want to browse the web, you don't care, and you use emails and stuff like that, and you don't really care about packages being behind, then I would say Ubuntu and Debian are great because they have the widest range of packages of any distribution, except for Arch, which we're gonna get to that in a second. Because this is where all my warnings and shit are at. If you can see them, they're like right here. This whole section, right here. Yeah, this is my warning for not using these as a beginner, but you still can. Just be prepared to do a lot of work. Alright. So then if you like ethical hacking and stuff like that, I don't condone anything illegal, obviously. Duh. Then you want to use Kali Linux or Parrot OS. Both of those are built for hacking specifically, and well, hacking and cybersecurity in general. They're really good at it. I have a separate computer completely just for that, for fun. So, you know, you do what you want to do. I personally would keep it on a thumb drive and do it that way. And now we're going to get into the warning territory. So, if you want to just learn everything you can about Linux, I say go with Arch or Gentoo, but they require a lot of reading, a lot of learning. Wait, oh, I already have one open. A lot of, oh shit, we have to open a new one. A lot of using this thing. A lot of people don't know how to use this thing, so you have to learn this thing as you're learning how to build an operating system from this thing. It's very daunting, so I would suggest, if that's what you want to do, play around with the other distributions that work out of the box. There's one reason why I'm not suggesting Mint. I've had at least 4 people install it recently, myself included, and it just doesn't want to work at all. Like, it'll hang, it'll freeze, it'll stick in a black screen. Like, we'll do, no. Like this. It's just this, pretty much, for like 20 minutes. It was like some text up here, like this much text that's highlighted, not much text in a black screen for at least an hour. Then it will post into it. Usually, someone who doesn't know how to deal with that will just exit immediately and not care because they don't know how to fix it. They just think something's wrong. And my shit just froze. There we go. Perfect. I blame Brave. Anyway, back to my package management stuff. Oh yeah. Well, other than my recommendations, I would suggest just ignoring everything else. Pick one of the 3 or 4 that I suggested. Play with those. And if you find out about another one you want to try it. Nothing's going to stop anybody from doing whatever they want. I also suggest these 3 because they do work in Windows out of the box through a thing called WSL, which we're going to show you about right now. Windows subsystem for Linux. There it is. This thing. It's great. It's perfect. Not perfect, but it's great. It's great. It's great for learning. I like it. This will teach you some of the command line stuff that you need to learn to install Arch. It tells this page will tell you everything you need to know about it. You can practice all the commands and stuff. You can actually even use a full-on Linux desktop within WSL. I just found out recently, so that's cool. Yummy. Anyway, this is that. Let's Actually, let's do this. We are going to add a link. On the fly. WSL information, right? All right. So back to why I'm not recommending mine. First off, it's not even installed on anything yet, so there's no testing. I still have to make the package manager, and on top of all of that, I need to do all the testing and everything else. It's gonna be a while before that's done. I'll let you guys know when it's done. You probably already know because it'll be on the thing. This will most likely be updated before the video goes out because it takes forever for my editing software to actually render it. I still have to do that because it doesn't take a raw OBS file. Yay. I know it does. I'm just dumb. We'll just do that then for this video because I don't need to edit it. We'll just push it. So, my main goal at the end of all this, well, not the very end, but in the future of all this, I aim to doing what Pop! OS is doing and System 76 is doing. I'll show you what they're doing. This is another distribution I would recommend, but currently I can't because their desktop environment is very new. It's still in beta. It's released on their system. They use Debian. Use this if you want to try it. It's also good. It's up there with the other recommendations. But see these? These are laptops that come pre-installed with Linux. This is exactly what we're aiming for in the future. I just want laptops. I don't care about desktops really, because they're gonna be more expensive. But here's to show you kind of what the idea is. See, look, these are still like $1,000 because most of the money going towards all this is coming from ads. Once we get those unlocked and everything for this specific project, and to further this project in general, because if I'm able to quit what I'm doing now and just work on this full time, we can hit these goals way faster. It'd also be like a daily upload because I'd be cranking out shit for this like crazy. But yeah, this is pretty much everything that we're aiming for. Something similar to what they're doing, just to make it easier for people to access it. Here's the operating system. I will put this in there as well. We'll put down the links for all of them actually. That way, if anyone wants to try them out, this will be in the description of the video, the link to this. do that right now, actually. While I'm talking about all this stuff. All right. Oops. Actually, we're not going to put that one here. Because I just realized how much harder that actually is to install. It's hard to find a download link for that one, so we're just not going to recommend it. Oops. Where's the download? Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. Oh, this is the actual download page. So, we'll copy that. We'll do that. And then we'll put Nabarro on here. And that will be it for recommendations. Fedora. Nabora. Here you go. Download. Here we go. Here's the download page. Good. This one's actually going to teach you how to do this, which is what I have. And we're just playing with it, actually. Where the fuck did that? Oh, I was waiting for my face. Basically, it lets you have multiple install mediums on a single drive. I keep Windows on that too, just in case anybody I know's system goes down. I can fix it. Alright, there's that. And I think that's it. We should probably put links to the other two as well, just in case. These ones we're not gonna do a whole lot for. Because, again, a lot of learning is involved. Sorry about that. Anyway, now I had to actually edit this. That hurt. Alright, we're adding these two because I want this to be easy for everybody to find them. Oops. And last one is for my project, so I can easily find it as well. Alright, and now we'll do this. So you guys can read about that if you want to read about it. It's everything, I think. Well, we're going to edit this together, I guess. And it'll be good. I'm hoping. Alright, so we're going to right quit this. What do you mean you couldn't read my public key? What? Wait. Oh, wait. Oh. It's there. Huh. Alright, well, we'll push this. I have to figure out what the hell's going on with my key.